Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So yesterday was a wild day. That's all I can say. I think I've left most of our structure drawn in from yesterday just to showcase a few things. So first thing is we are still in this range, and you see the purple block, that is the range. We're also still in the bull channel that I have drawn here. So we try to break out of it 3 times. We're back inside the channel at the moment. Fairly decent pullback yesterday to the bottom of the range, and not sure what's going on at the moment, but it does look like potentially a sort of more structured moves to the downside on the lower time frames. But ultimately, I am really interested in 3371, and if we do break through this range, the downside, then I am definitely looking at this area here, which is 29,236. Okay, but this range is the channel is still quite far away. Range break obviously would take us down into some more structure here, which is the underside of this move here, which is here, and that is 29,844 area. But again, channel support may actually come into play here as well. So if we just start moving down to the lower time frames, if you look at the 3 hour, massive pin bar on the 3 hour. Now we'll get to this measured move on the hour. It'll be a bit clearer on the hour. I think the key thing here, and I pointed out yesterday, there are gaps further down on the lower time frames. Be wary, and that advice was true. So you need to watch what happens now. So for structure at the moment, I think let's just bring some of these levels in. That would be a fairly good area. See, we've broken below the 150, 155 moving average, so that would be a fairly good area to see some structure, 3800 or 3815. If we can hold this area, that would definitely indicate another move to the upside. But Dow Jones is not moving according to the NASDAQ, and it's not as tech heavy as what the S&P and the NASDAQ is. I think that's the crucial part to this. So yeah, we're expecting massively good results for the tech stocks this week, and a lot of them have got their results coming out this week. That's not really true for most of the companies in the Dow Jones. So I think you're going to see some diversions between the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. So with that in mind, you need to look at the structure. So firstly, we had the channel in, we had this wedge that I drew in for us yesterday, and you can see we sort of broke the wedge, didn't even come back and test it, and immediately came back. This line here is the measured move. Measured move was straight onto the structure here, and that was at 32,250, and you can see we broke below that and then came back off that. So that measured move really played out pretty well, and we can now just get rid of it because it has no meaning to us. So what we're looking for now is we're looking for structure, as I said. So many ways to skin a cat right now, but my advice right now is look for areas where there is a lot of interaction at the level. So here's quite a bit of interaction at 38,117. So that's the first level. Get your Fibonacci's in as well on this squirt up. There it is there. 50% down here, 61.8 right down here at the bottom of the channel, 3733. So that's the first thing to do. Second thing to do is to take note that we've got a moving average crossover here on the hour. That's not very bullish at all. That's bearish. But as you can see, any pullback has been bought at the moment. So I would be a little bit cautious. I do still want to see some pullback. A fairly decent pullback, and just from the previous highs we had a 2% pullback. That's not fairly decent. We're really looking for anything between 8 and 10%. That would be a decent pullback, just to reset the trends for us. But anyway, that being said, we did get some massive moves to the upside. So obviously we want to find some structure and see if the trend continues. But for me, this is a sit on hands scenario for as long as we are sitting sideways like that. This is sit on hands. The 8-hour oscillators are sort of in no man's land at the moment. They're all over the place. Not something that I want to be looking at. I want to see a grouping at the bottom here before getting involved in that. And so for me, it's just get this. There is a fairly decent bit of structure right here at 33.84, and then we have a channel, but I think this range break, you're going to find channel support here. That's going to be around 30. Well, if we go straight down, we might get there, but well, let's not say. Don't expect it, because anything's possible at the moment. But straight down, then you're looking at 31.48. Find some support down there, an opportunity to buy into it. There are still gaps to the downside. So again, guys, get onto your 15-minute charts. Move across, and you can see there are gaps. There's still this big gap at the bottom. There's another gap there. So long as these gaps on the low time frames are still open, they are magnets down here, and that's kind of the structure we're looking at. Okay, so anyway, rambling now. So the Dow Jones for me is sit on hands. I think there's better opportunities on the S&P 500 with the tech stock results coming out this week. Although there are 11 companies releasing results to this week on the Dow Jones, so there could be some volatility. Personally, I think we're going to have to just wait for some structure on this one, and possibly wait the week out before we get a direction of what we're going to go. And I'm also kind of hoping that we do get some kind of a pullback. It's just, it'll be healthy. It really would be healthy, and that would give us opportunities to get in. Okay, anyway, that's it for me today. Sitting on hands on the Dow, looking at the DAX actually offers a bit more opportunity as well for some shorts to continue, but that's only during the European session. I wouldn't do it during the US session. But for me, the Dow Jones, sit on hands. I don't think we've got much on offer here until we get to some bigger structure and test that structure properly. Well, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you bright and breezy in the morning. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.